She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain. Part 1, Chapter: Defining Man, Husband, and Courage. To build a thriving partnership, we must first master the terminology of the landscape we are navigating. In a world where the lines between genders are increasingly blurred, we return to the essential biological and psychological architecture. This section establishes the three core concepts that form the bedrock of our work: the biological man, the relational role of the husband, and the spiritual virtue of courage. The concept of man. At its most fundamental level, a man is defined by his functional and morphological characteristics. While gender identity describes a person's internal sense of self, such as a woman who adopts male body language or dress, this book focuses on the biological male. This distinction is vital because a man's behavior is rooted in his hormonal background. A biological man is defined by a specific testosterone range, typically starting from a lower limit of 12.7 nmol and upward to 19 or more, and male genitalia. This isn't just about anatomy, it is about the brain. A brain bathed in testosterone is structured differently than a brain influenced by estrogen. This hormonal foundation dictates a man's stress responses, his linear way of thinking, and his drive for competition. When we speak of man in this book, we are referring to this adult male whose psyche is physically architected by his biology. Understanding this prevents us from expecting feminine reactions from a masculine structure. The concept of husband. A husband is not simply a man you live with. He is a man in a specific legal and spiritual relation to a woman through marriage. We emphasize that sharing a roof or a household does not transform a man into a husband. This distinction is critical for your internal boundaries. When a man enters a legal marriage, he accepts a shift in status and responsibility. He is no longer an individual navigating his own territory. He has committed to being a protector and provider within a structured union. For a woman, recognizing a man as a husband means acknowledging the fortress of security that the marriage contract represents. Throughout our lessons, we will explore why maintaining this formal distinction is essential for the health of your domestic harmony, and why living together often lacks the psychological weight required for true masculine responsibility. The concept of courage. Courage is the definitive quality expected of a masculine soul. It is defined as calm fortitude, presence of mind in danger, and mental bravery. While women can certainly be courageous, a man's courage is uniquely fueled by his testosterone. It is his ability to compose himself in the face of crisis, to concentrate when things fall apart, and to hold the line until the very end. However, a man's courage is not a static resource. It fluctuates according to his life cycle. The fatherhood dip. When a man becomes a father, his testosterone naturally decreases. This is a biological design to help him develop gentleness and care. Paradoxically, this can lead to a crisis of masculinity, where he feels a pull toward male-only environments, hunting, the gym, or friends, to recharge his competitive drive and raise his levels again. The midlife surge. As children grow and leave the nest, a man's testosterone often rises again. He returns to his wife with a renewed desire to be the experienced, handsome hero. This is a high-risk period for marriages. If a wife treats him like a child or fails to admire his resilience, he may seek a new audience, a woman who reflects his courage back to him. The art of observation. For a man, it is vital that his courage is witnessed and emphasized. He knows deep down how brave he is, but he needs to see it reflected in your eyes. If you treat him as just someone I'm used to, his libido and his loyalty may begin to wither. Your task is to look for these qualities in your daily life. Notice the moments he remains calm when the car breaks down, or when he makes a decisive decision for the family. By highlighting his bravery and presence of mind, you nourish his masculine spirit. Unless he is clinically ill, his Midas touch and his passion are waiting to be awakened by a woman who truly sees his courage. Discover the secrets to nurturing your lifestyle in love style at wishforlove.org.